And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Coaches Show. I'm Adam Gore, joining the control room by Steve and Chris. Not at Westside Grill this week due to some bad weather, and also Charles needed to get out of town a little bit early. Due to the bad weather, we decided to do it here at the TV station here, so a little different location once again this week. A lot of stuff to cover this week on the Coaches Show. Jeremy Kennedy couldn't be with us this week. He too, living in Oxford, had class today, as well as we probably would have told him to stay in Oxford due to the bad weather moving into the area as well. So Jeremy Kennedy cannot be with us. Quickly, we'll take an overlook some of the things we'll be talking about today. Some ICC baseball signees from the area, both in Hulka and Saltillo, moving on to play baseball at a four-year school, as well as we have a Hall of Fame inductee coach in the area, as well as we'll take a look at the baseball playoffs coming up this next week, as well as other various sporting notes in the area. So that's pretty much going to be our quick outlook at the show here. We're going to take you to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take and look at some of those topics and more here on the Coaches Show from TV7, not Westside Grill. Back with more right after this.
What are we watching? Channel 7.
Honey, are you sure you don't want something to drink?
There's only one team we watch in this house, right?
Right.
Hey, you know what they call the quarter pounder with cheese in France?
They don't call it the quarter pounder with cheese.
No, see, they use the metric system. They don't know what a quarter pound is.
So what do they call it?
They call it the Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. Then what do they call the Big Mac?
Oh, it's still the Big Mac. Only they call it Le Big Mac.
Oh, what do they call the Whopper?
I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, look, Westside Grill. Dude, let's stop there. They have great food anytime.
And welcome back, everyone. As you see there, once again, one of our commercials for Westside Grill. You saw that number, 983-2828. If you'd like to call ahead, place an order with Charles out there at Westside Grill. Also, once again, an open invite for everyone who would like to, I guess you could say, would like to make your own Westside Grill commercial. You see the Coaches Show at the MySpace address, as well as our email address there at the bottom of the screen. You can hit us up with that. Let us know that you want to shoot one, and we'll be glad to, if it's appropriate enough, to come on and put your commercial on here on the Coaches Show, as well as do a sit-down interview with you on what you sort of gave your idea for the Westside Grill commercial. So we invite you to do that as well. So quickly, we'll take a look at some of the action going on. We talked about some area kids moving on to play baseball on the next level. Chris Huggins of Hulka, he's a pitcher at ICC. He's the second in the nation in strikeouts into innings pitched ratio. He is signed to play at Bethune-Cookman next year. Also, Saltillo native Charlie Williams, he's an outfielder for ICC. He's batting .390 on the season. He is signed to play next year at Troy University. So we quickly want to say congratulations to those two young men and advancing their baseball career. As well, of course, we had a chance to see Chris Huggins pitch over the seasons at Hulka High School. And so we want to say congratulations to him, and as well as Charlie Williams. Huggins to play at Bethune-Cookman, Williams to move on to Troy University as well. On that baseball note, we're going to take a quick look at the baseball playoffs going on this week here with the inclement weather coming in. Of course, things are scheduled to change. We'll start with 2A baseball. Calhoun City, who comes in with a 17-18 record, will play a best-of-3 series against East Union. East Union comes in with a 26-6 record. East Union will have the home field advantage in this series. The East Union will host the Wildcats Friday night. Calhoun City will host East Union Saturday at 2 o'clock. And then Game 3, if necessary, will be next Thursday due to state testing going on at the schools this next few weeks. We'll be on hand for Friday night's game once again, weather permitting, and then once again we'll be back at Calhoun City Saturday at 2. And then if Game 3 is necessary, we hope to be on the road with the Wildcats traveling to East Union as we're in the Final Four of all the regions. Next round will be the North State Championship games. Also, they will take on the winner out of Hollandale Simmons, who comes in one of the hottest baseball teams in the state. I believe they won 26 consecutive games in a row. They come in with a 27-1 record, and they will travel to Hatley. Hatley has the home field advantage in this series. Good break there for the Tigers as they come in with a record of 26-9. This game will be played on Friday. Then it will go to Hollandale Simmons on Saturday, Game 3 if necessary, once again on Thursday due to state testing. In 3A baseball, Nelson will travel to Corinth this week. Nelson comes in with a 28-8 record. Corinth with a 20-6 record. Corinth with the home field advantage in this best of three series. Of course, once again, it's a Friday, Saturday, Thursday tilt with the Friday and Thursday games being played at Corinth. And then in 4A, Lafayette County gets by Ridgeland last week, and they're still on defense of their 4A crown, as they will host the Neshoba Central. Lafayette County with the home field advantage in this best of three series. Neshoba Central comes in with a 25-8 record. Lafayette County comes in with a 22-8 record. Of course, Lafayette County once again trying to get back down to Pearl to defend their 4A crown. Not really for sure who is. I think it's Pearl and West Lauderdale will be playing the winner of that. West Lauderdale, the top team in the state, according to some polls. So that's our look at baseball. We want to encourage everyone to get out and support your area teams, as well as some of the teams in your area that your team may not be playing anymore. Baseball season is around, so you want to be sure and go out and support those kids in their efforts in trying to win a state championship. Also, moving on to more news, we want to say congratulations to Vardaman head football coach Mark Bray, as he is on his induction of the inaugural MACJC Hall of Fame class. Bray was an All-American center at ICC from the years of 74 to 76, so we want to congratulate Mark Bray. Hopefully we'll be able to get up with him in the next few weeks and talk about this induction and this honor that he had being named to the inaugural class of the MACJC Hall of Fame. Once again, Coach Bray, actually I did not know this until now, he was an All-American center at ICC 1974 to 1976. We'll quickly move on here in the show. Spring drills are starting in around the area. Some have started this past Monday. Other ones starting next week as well. And folks, I don't know what's going to keep this man down. Coach Jim Drury, will he be back at Boonville? Well, he's saying he wants to. Defying all odds is Coach Drury, who had collapsed in the Corinth Walmart earlier in the year. He looks to be on the sidelines pending the doctor's thumbs up or thumbs down starting this past Monday. Drury will be 76 years old on May 8th. He is the all-time winningest coach in Mississippi football history. He has a record of 321 wins, 147 losses, and 5 ties in 42 seasons of coaching. So Coach Drury, folks, this is next to amazing, I guess you could say, to a man to overcome all this adversity throughout his career. Physically, not even talking about the stresses and strains that a coaching job puts on you, but you look at it, 42 seasons, he's able to just bridge that gap in between, I guess you say, modern day players versus his old school type coaching. And if you ask him, he'll tell you simply, football is all about blocking and tackling, and that's all you teach the kids to do, and the rest is up to them. So I don't know what to say. I'm kind of dumbfounded by this story. I didn't really expect to see Coach Drury back this next season at the helm in Boonville, but he is going to, pending a doctor's okay, he said he wants to be back, and he wants to be back on the sidelines. You really got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff along with Drury on being able to help pick up some of the, I guess you say, other things or the size of the job to help take some of the stress off of Coach Drury over his career. But hats off to those guys out there at Boonville and the entire Boonville community, the Boonville coaching staff, the Boonville players, the Boonville's school district, everybody that gets behind Coach Jim Drury and supports him on his quest as being the head coach there. And I tell you what, he's going to be returning, I think, all but 4 starters from last year's team. So he's got a pretty good team coming back next year as well there in Boonville. So it'll be an interesting season to keep an eye on in Prentice County with Boonville. And, of course, Baldwin returning a lot of key starters as well. Well, that's the first look at sports here on the Coaches Show. I'm Adam Gore, Stephen Chris, joining us in the control room. on this week's edition of the show. When we come back, we'll take a look at some track results from this past week in region action, as well as some of the statewide performers of the week getting some recognition as well here on the Coaches Show. So we're going to take you to a quick break here from words from some of our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
King's Tire in Houston, offering the largest selection of used and new tires. They carry all sizes of many name brand tires. All used tires carry a 30-day warranty. They also offer rotation and balancing. King's Tire is also your place for car and motorcycle brakes and motorcycle tires. They offer windshield replacement and they do 24-hour car door unlocking. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday until lunch on Saturday. Closed on Wednesdays. They accept Visa and MasterCard. See owners Reggie and Martha Callahan at King's Tire on the southeast corner of the square in Houston.
Drivers face all kinds of distractions.
Guys, stop playing now. 127 consecutive.
Before your wireless phone becomes one of them, stop. Drive safely. Keep your phone in easy reach and dial sensibly. In bad weather or traffic, call later and use a hands-free device. Remember, with wireless, safety is your call.
What are we watching? Channel 7.
Honey, are you sure you don't want something to drink?
There's only one team we watch in this house. Right?
Right.
And welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Gore, Steve and Chris in the control room, bringing you the Coaches Show this week. Unfortunately, not from Westside Grill due to Charles letting him get out of town due to the bad weather coming in, as well as Charles just having other plans. Also this week, we are back here at the station in Bruce, but we still do invite you to come out to the show each week if you would like to find out the taping times of the show. We thought we'd have the I guess say email address and MySpace site up, but Steve and Chris yet to get that up. But either way it goes, you can email us at coachesshow@yahoo.com, as well as Coaches Show. You can look us up on MySpace as well, add us as a friend. And speaking of some of our friends, we want to take a time real quick to give a couple of shout-outs here. Whitney Hodge of Water Valley, she's a senior out at Water Valley. I talked to her this past week in covering the Game 1 series between Water Valley and Caledonia. She said she watches the show, and give her a shout-out here. You see there, Steve-O finally got it up. Our Coaches Show there on MySpace, as well as the email address there at the bottom of your screen. And also my good buddy out at Calumet City, always nice, polite kid, comes up and speaks to me when he gets the opportunity. Tavares Bobo out at Calumet City. And I tell you what, I'll do this. If he's watching right now, Bobo, if you're watching, get up with Coach Ray or Coach Coffee and get my telephone number from them. And if you want to be a guest host here on the Coaches Show with me one week, or if we're at Westside, you can come out and be on the show with me. Get up with Coach Ray or Coach Coffee, and they'll get up with me. And we'll try to set up a time for you to come out and be my co-host, I guess you could say, here on the show. So we'll be looking for that, or I'll just find you one day in Calumet City, and I'll just come get you and put you on the show. But either way it goes, we're going to take an advance to page 2, if you will, of our sports show this week here on the Coaches Show. And we're going to talk a little bit of track. Track has never been my forte. Matter of fact, it makes me a little tired even thinking about it. But in the Region 1 4A, it was won by Oxford boys going away in the competition. They scored 192 points. New Albany came in second with only 61. In girls, Pontotoc took the region championship, scoring 133 points, while Oxford finished second with 111. And the results in boys action, Horatio Williams, he was named one of the Clarion Ledger's top performers of the week with his performances at the Region 1 4A meet. Williams of Oxford, he ran the 100 meter in 10.64 seconds, the 200 meter in 21.50 seconds. Bush of Oxford won the 400 meter with a 48.88 time. Stanfield of Oxford did the hurdles. I couldn't do hurdles if I tried. 110 meter hurdles with a 15.96 time. Young pole vaulted, this is Young of Pontotoc, won the pole vault of 11 foot 6 inches, and Evans of Pontotoc won the discus of 146. I think it's meters they measure that in, not really for sure on that. And then Oxford's Jonathan Frink won the shot put. You don't throw the shot put, you put the shot put with a distance of 50.2. Kenny Mullins Jr. of Oxford won the high jump, clearing 6 foot 8 inches. Vaughn of Oxford, long jump, 22 foot 6 inches. The 400 relay team event was won by Oxford with a 41.61 time. The 800 event won by Oxford with a 1 minute and 30.38 second time, and the 1600 relay was won by Oxford with a 3 minute 23.48 second performance there in boys action. In the girls action, the 100 meters was won by Lafayette County's Wadley with a 12.79 time. The 800 meter was won by Deamber Johnson of Pontotoc with a 2 minute 27.30 second time. And I want to apologize because I'm probably going to butcher this name here. This is Thrakild of Oxford won the 600 meter with a time of 5 minutes and, or 1600 meter, excuse me, with a 5 minutes 46 second time. And then she also won the 3200 meter with a 12 minute 32.78 second time as well. Ott of Oxford won the pole vault, clearing 10 foot. Discus was won by Erica King of Pontotoc with a 107.8 distance, and the 1600 meter relay was won by Team Oxford with a 4 minute 19.51 second time there in track. Also, we didn't get the final on the 3A or 2A or 1A regions, but we did see a kid from Coffeyville be named one of the top performers in the state as well by the Clarion Ledger. And I want to apologize for if I mess up this name. Udwan Edwin Green of Coffeyville. He won the 100 meters with a time of 10.65, the 200 meter at a time of 22.34, also clearing a distance of 40.2 in the triple jump to win those three there in the Region 1A competition of track this past week. Also, real quick, a tennis note coming out of Bruce. Jonas Armstrong and Vincent Armstrong will advance to state as a pair of doubles in tennis in the state tournament. So congratulations to those two young men there out at Bruce. Quickly also, we'll turn some attention to some golf news. We've been covering it here lately. Northeast Mississippi Community College golf team won state in the Region 23 championship, and they will advance on to the NJCAA Division III national tournament. So we want to say congratulations to the guys out there at Boonville and wish them the best of luck in the national tournament. Also, the Calhoun Academy golf team is headed to the state tournament for the first time since 1999. They finished third in North State at Canton Country Club this past week. And pretty bright note for Calhoun Academy future in the golf team. They field 4 6th graders as well as 1 8th grader to make up the team there at Calhoun Academy. So trying to restart the tradition in golf there at Calhoun. Also in Calhoun County as well, staying on the note here, Will Black of Calhoun City and TJ Morgan of Bruce will each advance to the state tournament. They were both the low scorers, our top 2 low scorers in the district tournament last week as well in their respective tournaments in that area of the district championships. So a lot of information there. I want to say congratulations to all these men and women in track as well as tennis and golf. So a lot of other sports don't get a lot of coverage. Trying to get that information to you there. If you're an athletic director or a parent or a student that would like to send us some email information about some of these sports, say outside the football, basketball, or baseball genre, that doesn't get a lot of coverage and would like to cover here on the Coaches Show, you can do so by emailing us at thecoachesshow@yahoo.com. And also, if you've got MySpace, you can hit the show up top up there as well, MySpace at coachesshow.com. We're going to take you to a quick break. Be back with more right after this.
Music is an important part of life.
It brings you joy.
Challenges your mind,
builds friendships,
and boosts your confidence.
It's the key to a happy, successful life. The National Federation of Music Clubs is the nation's largest organization devoted to music performance, education, and awareness. NFMC gives students, teachers, performing musicians, and music enthusiasts of all ages opportunities they might not otherwise have. The National Federation of Music Clubs, working together to promote music and musicians in America.
Hello. Be sure to watch Local Black Gospel Express right here on Bruce every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. with your host, Brother Leo Wood Sr. And you will be seen on Saturday night at 12 midnight, and you also will see it on Monday morning at 6 a.m. Be sure to watch. We will appreciate you watching Local Black Gospel right here on TV 7 in Bruce. Thank you.
Charles, yo, this is Steven. Cook me up another one of them burgers. Man, I need some fuel. Yo, West Side!
And welcome back, everyone. Once again, you see the West Side Grill commercial. We want to encourage everyone to go out and come up with their own West Side Grill commercial to be featured here on the Coaches Show, as well as an interview with the people that put it together. You see there our email address, or I should actually point this way. You can email us there, or if you're also on MySpace, hit us up at MySpace. We'd like to hear from our viewers out there. We've got a few friends on the MySpace list, of course. Just now getting that up and started as well. Also, Sports Coaches Show Extra feature on the MySpace site this week will be my first-round mock draft picks for the upcoming NFL 2007 draft. You can check that out in our blog section. Well, let's come to this section of the show where once again I have to go down this runway. The following views and opinions of this section of the show is not reflective of W07BN Sports or W07BN, any of their affiliates. The sponsors that you see throughout the show are on W07BN or Westside Grill or any of the cable systems that carry W07BN. As a matter of fact, it's not even the opinion of Stephen Chris or anyone affiliated with W07BN Sports. It's the opinion of Adam Gore, and as always, you're free to express your opinion about my opinion. And this week, we'll take a look at our food for thought at our select menu item of the week, selected by the man in the background, the man behind the magic, if you will. Stephen Chris is the catfish dinner at Westside Grill. I'll tell you what, it was about there for a 3 or 4 week run where that's all we would get at Westside Grill. Really good food out there. You can call them at 983-2828 there. Place an order ahead of time for your selection there. But this week's selection, catfish dinner. And things a little bit fishy out at South Pontotoc, I guess you can say. What once was thought to be a resolved issue has now once again come up to be an unresolved issue. The school board did not renew Coach D's contract as a football coach out at South Pontotoc, and he, of course, it's not over and done with yet, but with spring practices coming up here pretty soon, this is really not benefiting the kids at all. This is a team that lost all but 4 starters last season, made the playoffs under Coach D's guidance. He'll have 17 of the 22 returning starters next season coming back for South Pontotoc, who has not been known as a football powerhouse, but at the same time, Coach D's is the all-time winningest coach at South Pontotoc. So this is a school board opinion out at South Pontotoc, or in Pontotoc County. So if you're behind Coach D's, I invite you to find out or call your local representative to find out when the next school board meeting is going to be and voice your opinion or support for Coach D's in this situation, because unless there's something going on behind the scenes, it seems really fishy to me that his contract was not renewed, considering the success he has had at South Pontotoc over the years. And of course, as we mentioned, spring practice starting this week and next week, really going to hurt the kids and gearing up for next season. It's really going to kill the morale, because the kids like Coach D's. Me on a professional level, really enjoy working with Coach D's as well. So yeah, we're eventually going to get to the bottom of this story. If I have to go to a board meeting and ask them myself, even though I'm not a resident of Pontotoc County, I can see about 3 or 4 houses for sale. I'll go buy one real quick and then voice my opinion up there. But I do encourage you to, you are the voters, express your power of vote. If you don't like the decision being made here, well, you're the ones that can voice it in a major way there in support of Coach D's. Of course, as once again, none of these opinions are reflected of W07BN. They're just me, Adam Gore, and that's my food for thought today. But what do I know? That's going to do it for the Coaches Show. Stephen Chris, got to give him credit for the catfish dinner, coming up with something fishy there, kind of snappy. Johnny on the spot. Steve-O, appreciate that. Also appreciate him taking time out of his day for coming out and taping the Coaches Show here at Studio A, if you will, in Bruce, as Charles getting out of town due to bad weather as well as prior engagements. So that's going to wrap up the Coaches Show for this week. We invite you to stay tuned. If you missed anything on the first half of the show, guess what? Second half coming up now here on the Coaches Show.
What are we watching? Channel 7.
Honey, are you sure you don't want something to drink?
There's only one team we watch in this house. Right?
Right.
Hey, you know what they call the quarter pounder with cheese in France?
They don't call it the quarter pounder with cheese?
No, see, they use the metric system. They don't know what a quarter pound is.
So what do they call it?
They call it the Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. Then what do they call the Big Mac?
Oh, it's still the Big Mac. Only they call it Le Big Mac.
Oh, what do they call the Whopper?
I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, look, Westside Grill. Dude, let's stop there. They have great food anytime.